Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, unfortunately, I have to talk about the downside again, the bad. And I think there's more bad today. I really do. I really just think 2K's execution has just been really underwhelming these past few days. And really these past couple weeks. It's just been disappointment after disappointment and failure after failure, in my opinion, with this Bracket Busters Festival in a lot of ways. There are a few areas they've succeeded, but one of the areas they have really not succeeded is in the challenges. And 2K dropped another whole set of Bracket Busters challenges today for this new Torpedo set. And just like last week, they require the exact version of the card to complete the challenge, which is fine for these amethyst challenges and stuff like this, and for even the Jeremy Sohan challenge and things like this. The diamonds, that's fine. They're cheap cards, whatever. Not going to be hard to get these cards to do their challenges. Once you get into the opals, it's a little bit annoying, but it's still like, okay, they're not going to be too insanely expensive. It's realistic. It's okay. But you have to have the dark matter to do the dark matter challenge, and to do the 100 overall challenge, you have to have the 100 overall player. For the second week in a row, it's just late. It's not lazy. It's totally intentional. It's not like they're being lazy. It's just intentionally making it harder for people to grind these challenges without spending money. And it makes it almost impossible to do, in all honesty. It's really disappointing, in all honesty, because I want the game, personally, I want the game mode to thrive, man. And I just think this is such a missed opportunity to really reward the player base. 2 free 100 overall pieces, honestly, because the collection was 100 overall piece too. If this had been grindable, these 2 sets of challenges were grindable with any version of these players. If it said get 250 points, assist, rebounds with any version of Devin Booker, 200 points, assist, rebounds with any version of Kawhi Leonard, 38 points with any version of Josh Smith, 44 points with any version of Terry Halliburton. For example, on all of these cards, Bracket Busters and Torpedo, this Bracket Busters event just through this would have been so much better, because as is, it looks like the only quote unquote grindability of this Bracket Busters event is going to be 2 things. 1, playing King of the Court on Saturday for last week and this week for 3 games to get a free dark matter piece, and then 2, playing on Sunday Triple Threat Park for a 5-game win streak. That is the only truly free grindable aspect of this event. So 200 overall pieces and 2 dark matter pieces, basically 3 100 overall pieces grindable for free in this event. It looks like pretty much everything else that is associated with this event requires spending money or spending large chunks of MT to get those pieces, which I guess if you have a lot of MT, like if you're somebody like me, you could pretty much go through and complete all the dark matter and below challenges if you want to, by buying the card and selling them back with like the top tier dark matters and stuff. That is something that is an option. So if you want to do that to make the MT, you can do that. Now you will lose some MT from auction house tax if the card sells for about the same amount that you bought them for. But if you get good prices on the cards and you wind up selling them back for a little bit more, then you can make MT with the pieces and stuff. But the problem is, if this had been grindable, this is 4 more free 100 overall pieces plus 3 more free dark matter pieces and 4 more Galaxy Opal pieces, which is another dark matter. Really, it's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 400 overall pieces per. This would have been 8 grindable 100 overall pieces right here, basically. Plus the 2 from, I mean, you pretty much would have had 10, 11 100 overall pieces grindable from this event. That's a lot. That's a ton of MT. That's an ability to get every single player in this event except for the top tier cards. You still wouldn't be able to get the top tier cards without spending money, but it would be so much more grindable as a whole to try to complete this event and try to get these things. Like you'd have 11 of the 19 dark matter pieces, or that you'd have 11 of the 1900 overall pieces, so 22 of the 38 dark matter pieces that you need for Zach Edey grinding the game. That would have been so much better. You could have gotten any of the players you wanted easily, no money spent. And you still could have made a ton of MT from the event as well. And look, here's the thing. The problem that I have with my team right now is that it is so event-based for the game mode to even be in a good spot. Like, I think until Easter, we're pretty much kind of screwed again. And then hopefully there's an Easter festival. But until Easter, we're just going to have boring, recycled, same old content where maybe we get something small on Monday and Wednesday, hopefully anyway. And it won't be good even if we do, in all likelihood. And then we're going to get Tuesday and Thursday, or Tuesday and Friday content. And the Tuesday content is probably going to suck like it has for the last 2 seasons. I mean, that's what we're going to have until the next event, the next festival, whatever you want to call it. So that's a problem. And that means that the festivals have to be amazing. This one has just not been quite as good. Now, there are still ways to have success at this festival. Obviously, the Joakim Noah Corey Brewer duo was awesome. You could get a few legend badges and stuff from here, which is cool for like adding to badged up cards and stuff like that potentially, or badging up cards to make MT. And then obviously with the grindability of some of the stuff, you could still make a lot of MT, and you still can make a lot of MT from this event over the next week if you're smart. At the same time, I don't know, man. I just feel like it could have been executed as a whole so much better. I feel like 2K could have done so easily could have done such a better job with this entire event. And unfortunately, they basically just chose not to. And that's a real shame. It's really disappointing because these two sets of challenges would have made this event. And unfortunately, they kind of break this event instead because it's really only here for the whales. You know what I mean? And that's a shame. That is really a shame. I don't know what else to say other than that. That is really disappointing because I would love to see this event really be good. I mean, the thing is, Zach Eady still wouldn't be available no money spent. Neither would the 100 overalls. Like, it's not, those cards would still be inaccessible to the no money spent player, but every other card in the collection would be accessible to the no money spent player. And there would be so many different things and so much more that people could actually do with this event as a whole if these challenges were grindable instead of having to have the best cards to complete the challenges. That's a shame. And look, at the end of the day, again, I keep going back to MLB. The reason I keep going back to MLB is because MLB is, I've been playing that game, no money spent, and I have like a great team already. And I feel so incentivized to keep playing because there's still so much to do. You pretty much never run out of things to do in that game unless you are playing it a ridiculous amount. It's extremely rewarding. You can get top tier cards pretty quickly. Like, you put your mind, you want to get a card that's an expensive card in our market. You grind the game for a couple days, you get so many free packs, so many different things. You have a chance to pull lots of things. Everything you pull is sellable. Like, there's so much grindability to that game. It's so rewarding. It's so much fun. And then you have this game, which is the exact opposite. And that is just, I've been playing MLB so much and I've been having such a fun time on that game that this is really disappointing to come back to because it could be executed so much better and it would take so little effort and so little changes for it to be so much better. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, this is pretty much all we have is this Back of Busters Festival. Like I said, because after this, we're going to have 2, 3, 4 weeks of nothing. Probably before the next festival event. So that's assuming we get one at Easter, which I think is in like 3 weeks. So if we don't get one at Easter, then I don't even know. Are we getting another festival event this year if we don't get one at Easter? I really don't know. After this point, maybe we'll get a playoff festival or something like that. Who knows? At this point, it's just disappointing. It's just depressing. I'm so exasperated with 2K, man. It is what it is. What are you gonna do? I just had to make a video on this again because for the second week in a row, they just completely and utterly just let us down. Man. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.